Jim, that's just about the nicest thing anybody's ever said about me. Until tomorrow when I see my mom for Mother's Day. Again, I'm Bob Newman. I'm on the board here at Golden Apple. It's so wonderful to be here with you on this momentous occasion. I'm going to set my timer here because Dom told me how much time I had. And it is so incredible to look out at all of you, especially these 175 scholars. If you'll just indulge me, I have to document this. Now, if everybody could just, can everybody just like go 6 inches this way? No, just kidding. Okay, ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Smile. All right, these will be available on Facebook within about 20 minutes. No, it is a fantastic sight to look out at all of you. I'm so proud to be here. On behalf of the Golden Apple Board of Directors, I want to congratulate all of you who have been named Golden Apple Scholars. You're taking the first step toward becoming a great teacher. Education is one of the most noble of all professions and such an important part of the fabric of our society. Thank you for your commitment to this endeavor. I also want to acknowledge all those present or otherwise, be they parents, grandparents, relatives, guardians, friends, mentors, counselors, and of course teachers who helped you get to where you are today. Let's give them all a round of applause. Excuse me. I also want to acknowledge Mike and Pat Koldike, two very special people who long before today's scholars were born, today's new scholars, had the vision in 1989 to launch the first class of 11 scholars. Now, the Koldike family has done so much for society, and as an example of that, Mike and Pat are actually dividing and conquering today. Mike is at one nonprofit event for his daughter-in-law, and Pat is here representing the family. But with today's 26th class of 175 scholars, it's amazing to witness how far this program has come. Mike and Pat, thank you so much for everything you've done on behalf of the field of education. Last night I read, it was a crazy Friday night in Hinsdale, I read the Induction book, and I wrote up my comments, and I really enjoyed learning about your backgrounds and your goals. We actually have a lot in common. Like most of you, I was the first in my family to attend college, and with at least one of you in the audience, 3 different situations, I share my last name, my high school, and my university. So there's a lot of things we have in common, but the one thing that really stood out as different from my background is your singular focus on what you want to do at an early age. I'm so inspired by what all of you wrote in the Induction book. In fact, because of what each of you said, I have an incredibly important request to make of you, and that is absolutely 100% make sure you graduate from college. This is the only way that you'll be able to realize the hopes, dreams, and aspirations that you've outlined in the book. The most recent data we have shows that 87% and previously 83% of our scholars graduate from college. While that is quite high relative to the national average of 58%, it is not acceptable to the board or to the staff at Golden Apple. Most importantly, it should not be acceptable to you. We all want that figure to be 100%. There are a lot of reasons to pursue that goal, but the most important is that you owe it to yourself and to the children, all the children, whose lives you will have a positive impact on. Golden Apple scholars are special. I've seen Golden Apple scholar Mariah Burt in her classroom. I saw her again today. The work she and other scholars do is incredible. She is special. You are special. You have an incredible opportunity in front of you. I often tell young people early in their career to make sure that they think about all the ways that they can be compensated for their efforts. And in my mind, there really are at least 3 forms. Of course, monetary compensation, but also 2 others, learning and purpose. Teaching is one of the few professions that not only allows one to achieve all 3 of those, but also the ability at an early stage, a very early stage in one's career, to be a leader. Like any good leader, your primary goal is to make those who you are leading, in this case your students, better. I have every confidence you will do just that. Of the 3 forms of compensation I mentioned, by far the most important one at this stage of your career is learning. And in regard to this, all of you scholars have chosen wisely. First of all, teachers are lifelong learners. Second, your entrance into the profession through the Golden Apple Scholars Program is going to give you a unique set of advantages, and let me tell you why. You may have seen some of the media coverage this week of the surprise visits that Golden Apple made to the schools of 10 teachers and 1 very special principal. to inform them that they had been named Golden Apple Fellows. I had a chance to join in on one of those visits this week, and I witnessed Rosie Patel finding out she had won, and it was such an incredible experience. I thought to myself, how fortunate all these scholars are to be taught by these master teachers, these Golden Apple Fellows. For the next 4 summers and beyond, you're going to learn from and be mentored by the best of the best, and that will allow you to rise to the top of your profession. In fact, after you've graduated and begun teaching, I'm confident that many of you at some point in your career will be nominated for the Golden Apple Fellowship, and that at least several of you, and hopefully as many as possible, will make it through the process and be named Golden Apple Fellows. How cool would that be? So this is the first step in a journey that will have challenges, but when you face those challenges, please remember 2 things. Nothing in life worth having is easy. Keep your eye on the prize, and that prize is college graduation. Secondly, you're not alone. In addition to all the people that have helped you to get to this point, you're now part of the Golden Apple family. It's a tremendous support network, and we take care of our own. Roosevelt Griffin, who was also just named a Golden Apple Fellow, recently referred to his students and said, "I want them to be able to see themselves in me." During the Scholars Program, you're going to see yourselves in the Golden Apple Fellows. And when you teach your students, they will see themselves in you. As you pursue this incredible opportunity, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.